Have you ever heard of a train that doesn't follow the tracks? A train that appears only at midnight and takes its passengers to nowhere? Some say it's a legend. Others swear it's real. But one thing is certain. Once you step on board, you may never return. I heard the story when I was a kid. A train that appears at midnight at an abandoned station, taking those foolish enough to board on a journey beyond reality. It haunted my thoughts for years. And one cold winter night, I decided to find out the truth for myself. I rode through the empty streets, my breath fogging in the icy air. The station was almost deserted, just a few tired travelers, wrapped in scarves, waiting for trains that may never come. I waited. Hours passed. The cold bit into my skin and doubt crept in. Maybe it was just a myth after all. Then, it happened. The station fell into darkness. The air turned thick and heavy. I reached for my phone, its dim flashlight my only source of light. And that's when I saw them. They weren't there before. Figures. Men and women dressed in clothing from different centuries. Some were in military uniforms, others in long robes, and some in rags that barely clung to their pale, lifeless bodies. They stood frozen, whispering in a language I couldn't understand. And then, I heard the sound. A light cut through the fog. A train, but not like any I had seen before. It floated above the ground, moving without rails, its shadow writhing as if alive. My heart pounded. My breath caught in my throat. Everything in my body told me to run, but curiosity had a stronger grip. I stepped forward. The train hit the platform with a heavy thud. The passengers turned to me in unison, their whispers growing louder. They didn't want me to board, but I did. Inside, space warped. From the outside, the train seemed normal. Inside, it stretched impossibly far, a hall of flickering lights and shifting walls. The air smelled of rust and something rotten. I turned to the other passengers, hoping for reassurance. And that's when I saw them. They weren't human. Not anymore. The train sped into the darkness, moving faster than any machine should. Outside, the world changed. The city was gone. Instead, there were ruins, twisting trees with claw-like branches, and rivers of silver liquid flowing upward. The train was gliding through nothingness. Welcome aboard. It had sharp teeth and mismatched eyes. Drinks? Snacks? Or maybe a charm to protect your dreams? It laughed, scuttling away. And that's when the train stopped. A figure in black robes stepped forward, its skeletal hand pointing at the passengers. One by one, they stood and walked out. No hesitation, no fear. The moment they touched the ground, the mist swallowed them whole. Gone. Just gone. A voice whispered beside me. You shouldn't have boarded. I turned. A man in a torn suit, his face pale, hollow. This is where curiosity leads you, he said. Some doors aren't meant to be opened. The train jolted. The world flickered like a broken TV screen. Suddenly, the station reappeared. I blinked, and I was back. The station. The platform. Dawn rising over the empty tracks. Had it all been a dream? I wanted to believe that. But then, I saw the sign. My blood ran cold. The train was gone. The platform stretched endlessly, looping back on itself. My vision blurred, darkness closing in. The last thing I remember was collapsing. I woke up in my bed. My mother's worried face above me. You scared us, she said. A railway guard found you unconscious at the station. I wanted to tell them everything, but I didn't. Because deep down, I knew the truth. The train was real. And some doors once opened, never truly close. Do you believe in the train to nowhere? Or have you already heard its whistle? If this story sent chills down your spine, hit that like button. Subscribe for more true horror stories of the unknown. And if you've ever had a strange experience, tell us in the comments. Share this with a friend. Just make sure they don't board the wrong train.